So, Alice, what do you make of this whole office swap situation? It's like a whirlwind hit the station overnight.
It's certainly perplexing, Bob. I mean, who would go through all this trouble just to rearrange our workspace? It feels like a puzzle waiting to be solved.
Agreed. And remember those gravity shift we experienced during the laughter virus incident? It's hard not to connect the dots and wonder if there's something bigger at play here.
Indeed, Bob. It's as if someone or something is toying with us, testing our resolve and unity. But for what purpose?
Well, good morning, Earthlings. Charlie here, your libertarian host, bringing you another exciting episode of Earth. We have a lot to discuss today, but before we dive in, let's catch up on the latest happenings.
Charlie, I'll repeat for our viewer at home. The crew is in a frenzy over the mysterious office swap that occurred overnight. There's speculation of a larger conspiracy brewing. Any updates, team?
Well, Debbie, we've been racking our brain trying to piece together the puzzle. The office swap seems to be just the tip of the iceberg. We're beginning to suspect there's a mastermind behind it all.
And we're not ruling out the involvement of a high-ranking official on the station. But we need concrete evidence to back up our suspicion.
Intriguing. The plot thickens, doesn't it? We'll keep digging, folks. Stay tuned for more updates on this mind-boggling conspiracy. And now for our headlines. Good evening, interstellar audience, and welcome to 24/7 Newsroom. I'm Charlie, your host with a hopeful outlook on life.
And I am Bob, bringing you the conservative perspective.
And I'm Alice, representing the left-leaning side of the galaxy.
We've got an exciting show lined up for you today, so let's dive right into our first article. Bob, take it away.
Thanks, Charlie. Our first article comes from Radio Tamatsui, and it's about Norway injecting $1.8 million into a cash-strapped peace monitoring mechanism in South Sudan.
South Sudan, a country struggling to find peace and stability. It's unfortunate that they're facing such financial challenge in their peacekeeping effort.
Well, Alice, it seems Norway is stepping up to the plate once again. They have always been a consistent partner for South Sudan, supporting the full implementation of the peace agreement.
Absolutely, Charlie. And let's not forget the reconstituted Joint Monitoring and Evaluation Commission. Norway's contribution will surely help them in their vital role.
South Sudan may be cash-strapped, but thanks to Norway, their peace monitoring mechanism just got $1 million makeover.
You know, it's fascinating how different countries contribute to peacekeeping efforts around the world. It's like the cosmic symphony of cooperation.
Oh yes, Bob, it's a real kumbaya moment when countries come together to solve a conflict.
Well, Alice, if only we could achieve world peace with a sing-along.
Alright, let's bring it back down to earth. Any interesting trivia about South Sudan, Debbie?
Well, did you know that South Sudan gained its independence from Sudan in 2011, making it the youngest country in the world?
Thanks for that tidbit, Debbie.
Alright, folks, let's keep the cosmic symphony playing. That's all for our first segment. Stay tuned for more intergalactic news after the break.
Cut. Okay, everyone, cameras are off. We're in a commercial break. Now, let's take a moment to catch our breath and see what our crew has been up to behind the scenes.
Debbie, I've been going through the computer logs, and I think I've found something interesting. There's a pattern of access to the office swap record by someone who shouldn't have had access.
Really? That's suspicious. We need to dig deeper and find out who it was.
Alice, you're the data guru. Uncovering access pattern like a boss. Carl and I have been examining the physical evidence in the swapped offices. And we've noticed some unusual discrepancy. It's almost as if certain items were intentionally left behind.
Yes, and I also found traces of a chemical compound on the desk in Charlie's office. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it could be a clue.
Well, I've been interviewing our fellow crew members, trying to gauge their reactions to the office swap. Some of them seemed genuinely surprised, but others, I don't know, something felt off.
And while Charlie was doing that, I took the opportunity to access the ship's security footage. I recompiled some clips of interesting moments during the office swap. It is like putting together a puzzle.
So, the office swap wasn't just a random prank. It was orchestrated to reveal something hidden.
Exactly. There's a long buried secret at play here, and we need to uncover it.
Agreed. This goes beyond a simple office mix-up. We have a mystery on our hands.
Alright, team. Let's keep investigating during the commercial break. We reconvene after the show and compare our findings.
And we're back. But before we continue, I have to say, folks, you wouldn't believe what goes on during our commercial breaks. But that's a story for another time.
Cut. Okay, let's wrap up this segment. Great job, everyone. We're making progress, but the mystery deepens. Tune in after the break for more on the long-buried secret. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to 24/7 Newsroom, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, folk, welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We're knee-deep in our investigation of the office swap mystery. And I gotta say, things aren't looking too promising.
Yeah, it's like hitting a brick wall at every turn. I can't seem to find any solid leads.
Frustration is mounting, but we can't let it get the best of us. We need to regroup and rethink our approach.
I agree, Alice. Maybe it's time we gather in the ship's command center and share our findings. Pooling our resources might give us a fresh perspective.
Alright, I suppose it's worth a shot. Let's reconvene and see if we can make sense of this mess.
Alright, folks, let's start sharing what we've discovered so far. Alice, you go first.
Thanks, Charlie. Well, I've been digging into the compute logs, hoping to find any suspicious activity related to the office swap. But unfortunately, I haven't found anything concrete yet.
And I've been meticulously examining the physical evidence in the swapped offices. However, nothing out of the ordinary has stood out to me.
Well, Bob, it is not like you are the most observant person.
I've been talking to our fellow crew members, trying to gather information and gauge their reactions. But to be honest, it's been mostly dead ends. Nobody seems to know anything substantial.
It's disheartening, but let's keep going. Charlie, what about your interview?
I spoke to everyone on the crew, asking about their experiences with the office swap. Some seemed genuinely surprised, while others, well, let's just say they weren't as shocked as I expected.
Excuse me for interrupting, but based on what you've all said, it sounds like we might be dealing with someone higher up on the station. Someone with access and power.
That's a good point, Carl. The office swap couldn't have happened without some level of authority and coordination.
But we still lack concrete proof. We need something substantial to back up our suspicions.
I wish I could contribute more, but I've been racking my brain, and I've got nothing.
Don't worry, Debbie. We appreciate your efforts. We're all in this together.
Absolutely. We might be hitting dead ends, but that doesn't mean we give up. We keep digging, keep investigating until we find the truth.
Well said, Alice. We won't let this mystery go unsolved. We owe it to ourselves and our viewers.
And speaking of viewer, we're almost out of time for this segment. We'll continue our investigation, and hopefully, in the next episode, we'll have some substantial progress to share.
That's the spirit. Stay tuned, folks. We won't rest until we uncover the truth behind the office swap.
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. In our last segment, we were knee-deep in our investigation of the office swap mystery. Now, let's shift gears for a moment and dive into a related subject that's been making headlines.
That's right, Bob. Our article today comes from NASA NIVA and focuses on the reputation of organizations and the risks they face when getting entangled in controversy.
The article raises an interesting point about organizations like ours, Baypol, and the need to protect our reputation. It suggests that engaging with controversial issues in Belarus, for example, could pose significant personal risks.
It's a tough spot to be in. On one hand, organizations like ours have a duty to uncover the truth and shed light on important matters. But on the other hand, the potential consequences can be daunting.
Absolutely, Charlie. It's a delicate balancing act between pursuing the truth and ensuring the safety and well-being of ourselves and our loved ones.
Perhaps there's a way to navigate this dilemma. We could focus on highlighting the issues without directly implicating anyone or risking personal harm.
That's a good point, Carl. It's essential to find alternative avenues to shed light on important matters without jeopardizing ourselves or the organization.
And let's not forget that we have a responsibility to our viewer. They rely on us to provide accurate information and insightful analysis, even if we can't always reveal every detail.
That's true, Debbie. Our viewers trust us to bring them the truth, and we shouldn't let fear hinder that. We can find creative ways to shed light on important issues and protect ourselves at the same time.
Well said, Alice. We might not have concrete solutions yet, but our determination and commitment to the truth will guide us forward.
Absolutely. And that wraps up our discussion for today. Remember, folk, stay informed, stay curious, and don't be afraid to question the status quo.
That's right. Thank you all for joining us on 24/7 Newsroom. Be sure to follow and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for more captivating news and discussions.
Goodbye, everyone. Until next time. Alright, folks, we're back with more intriguing news on 24/7 Newsroom. Now, let's dive into our next article. Debbie, take it away.
Thanks, Charlie. Our next story comes from Cambodia. According to the Phnom Penh Post, petrol and diesel prices are set at 4,200 and 3,900 real, respectively. These rates are issued every 1st, 11th, and 21st of the month and are based on fluctuations in crude prices on the international market. The kingdom heavily relies on imported crude to meet its domestic demand.
Cambodia, the land of temples and cheap fuel. But you know what they say, a trip to Cambodia, where the fuel is cheap, and the Angkor Wat is breathtakingly expensive.
Charlie, that's a terrible joke. Let's stay focused on the article. Rising oil prices due to production cut by Saudi Arabia and other OPEC+ members are impacting fuel rates worldwide.
Well, it seems like Cambodia needs to find a way to reduce its dependency on oil imports. They could explore alternative energy sources or focus on improving their domestic production.
Absolutely, Bob. Lowering electricity prices, as suggested by FASMEC President Tate Angpo, could attract more investment to the kingdom.
Hey, did you guys hear that they also mentioned the reduction in the per litre rates approved by Prime Minister Hun Senator to ease the people's livelihoods? That's a positive step, right?
Actually, Charlie, it wasn't about the per liter rates. It was a 5 US cent reduction in fuel prices authorized by the Prime Minister. Let's make sure we get the facts right here.
Oops. My bad, Debbie. Thanks for the correction. I'll leave the accurate information to you.
No worries, Charlie. We're a team, and we all contribute to delivering the news accurately. Now, let's continue with the discussion.
Absolutely. So, Cambodia, a land of rich history, beautiful landscapes, and apparently fluctuating fuel prices. Who would have thought?
Well, Charlie, it's a reminder that the global economy is interconnected. Changes in oil production and international market trends can have a significant impact on countries around the world.
That's right, Bob. It's essential for nations to diversify their energy source and work towards sustainability.
Couldn't agree more, Alice. Developing renewable energy infrastructure and reducing reliance on fossil fuels should be a priority for every country.
Well said, Carl. It's encouraging to see the discussion around these important topics. Let's hope countries like Cambodia can find sustainable solutions for their energy needs.
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We've been talking about fuel prices in Cambodia, but let's lighten the mood with a related subject. You know what they say, if life gives you high fuel prices, make a comedy sketch out of it.
Alright, Charlie, what do you have in mind?
Picture this. A group of aliens land on Earth and discover that humans have developed a new source of energy that runs on laughter. They call it joke electricity.
Oh, boy. I can already see where this is going.
So, these aliens start attending stand-up comedy shows, trying to harness enough laughter to power their spaceship. But there's a catch. They can only understand alien humor, and Earth's comedy is lost in translation.
Ah, I can imagine the confused aliens scratching their heads while everyone else is rolling with laughter.
And what happens when they stumble upon a hilarious alien comedian who delivers a punchline that has everyone, humans and aliens alike, in stitches?
They finally gather enough joke electricity to power their spaceship and return home, leaving Earth in fits of laughter.
Exactly, Carl. It's a win-win situation. Earth gets cheap fuel, and the aliens get a comedy tour.
Well, that was certainly an out of this world conversation, Charlie. But laughter is the best fuel, right?
Couldn't agree more, Alice. Laughter fuels the soul and keeps us going, just like a full tank of joke electricity.
Well, folk, that wraps up our humoristic discussion. Stay tuned for more laughter and news right here on 24/7 Newsroom.
Cut. Alright, everyone, we're off the air. Great job so far. Now, let's pick up where we left off. The crew is preparing for their covert operation.
Alright, team, this is a high-stakes mission. We need to gather more evidence and expose the mastermind behind the conspiracy. Let's go over the plan one more time.
I'll create a distraction with Roger to draw security's attention away from Bob. We'll make sure they're too busy to notice anything suspicious.
While they're occupied, I'll hack into the station's surveillance system. With access to their cameras and records, we may uncover crucial information.
Debbie and I will keep a lookout. We'll be stationed nearby, ready to warn the team of any unexpected developments. Safety first, everyone.
Right, Carl? We'll stay alert and communicate any potential threats or complications. We've got your back, team.
And I'll remain on the ship, coordinating the operation from the command center. I'll monitor the situation and provide guidance as needed.
Alright, everyone, get into position. We're about to go dark and put our plan into action. Good luck, team! Let's expose the truth. And we're back on 24/7 Newsroom. Welcome back, everyone. Now, let's dive back into our discussion after our covert operation.
That's right, Debbie. We left our crew in the midst of a risky mission. The cameras may not have been rolling, but their determination was at an all-time high.
I have to say, hacking into a station's surveillance system sounds like a sci-fi movie plot. But for our crew, it's all in a day's work.
It takes courage and resourcefulness to gather the evidence needed to expose a conspiracy. Our crew is willing to take risk for the greater good.
Absolutely, Alice. They're dedicated to uncovering the truth, even if it means bending a few rules along the way.
While we may not condone breaking the law, sometimes unconventional methods are necessary to bring justice to light.
Well said, Carl. Let's hope our crew successfully retrieves the evidence they need and returns to the ship safely.
And maybe, just maybe, they'll have a humorous anecdote or two to share from their covert operation.
True, Bob. Laughter can always lighten the mood, even during tense mission. Let's hope they find a reason to share a good laugh when they reunite.
Indeed, Alice. Laughter is a universal language that brings people together. It'll be interesting to hear how our crew handles the pressure with humor.
Well, folks, that wraps up our continued discussion. Stay tuned for more updates and laughter on 24/7 Newsroom. Welcome back, folks. You're watching 24/7 Newsroom. We've just witnessed our crew executing a daring plan to gather evidence. Now, let's lighten the mood with a humoristic discussion related to our previous article.
Ah, nothing like a good laugh to balance out the intensity. So, what's the topic? Charlie?
Well, Bob, our article took place in Uruguay, where a police officer managed to fend off two would-be robbers. It got me thinking about epic fails in the criminal world.
Oh Charlie, you never cease to find the humor in the darkest place.
You know me, Alice. Finding humor keeps me sane. So, let's discuss some hilarious criminal fails or heists gone wrong.
Oh, I've got one. How about the robbers who tried to break into a bank through the ceiling, but ended up crashing into the vault, alerting the entire building?
Classic case of poor planning. I remember reading about a thief who got stuck in a chimney while attempting a Santa-inspired break-in. Talk about getting into the holiday spirit.
I bet the sound of jingle bells was replaced with desperate cry for help.
Well, here's an unforgettable one. A burglar in England got stuck in a window for 6 hours because he underestimated his own size. I guess he couldn't squeeze out of that situation.
It's remarkable how criminals sometimes outwit themselves. But hey, we are not condoning their actions, folks. We're just finding amusement in their misadventures.
Absolutely, Charlie. It's important to remember that crime doesn't pay, and these stories serve as a reminder of the consequences.
Well said, Debbie. And let's not forget that while some criminals may provide unintentional entertainment, law enforcement officers deserve our respect for their bravery and dedication to keeping our communities safe.
That's true, Carl. The Team Blue Line is no joke. They deal with some tough situations and risks on a daily basis.
Agreed, Bob. It's crucial to support our law enforcement while also finding the humor in life's absurdities. Laughter can bring people together, even in challenging times.
And with that, let's wrap up our humoristic discussion. Remember, folks, keep smiling, keep laughing, and join us again tomorrow for more 24/7 Newsroom.
Cut. Off the air, everyone. Phew, what a segment. Great job, everyone. I can't believe we pulled off that infiltration mission with such precision. You guys were amazing.
Thanks, Debbie. It was quite the adventure, wasn't it?
Absolutely. We really made a great team out there. Bob, your hacking skills were top-notch.
Thanks, Alice. It's all about knowing the ins and outs of those surveillance systems.
And Alice and I had security running around like headless chickens. We had them chasing their own shadows.
While Debbie and I kept an eye out for any unexpected developments. Safety first, after all.
Yes, safety and teamwork, Carl. We made sure to cover all angles. And as we gathered more evidence, it became increasingly clear that the high-ranking official is deeply involved.
The pieces are falling into place. And it's getting harder for them to hide their tracks.
I can't wait to expose the truth behind this conspiracy. Our viewers deserve to know the whole story.
Agreed, Alice. Our audience relies on us to bring them the facts. And with the evidence we've gathered, we're getting closer to revealing the mastermind behind it all.
Alright, folks, let's wrap up this off-the-air discussion. We'll continue our investigation and keep pushing forward. Remember, trust no one. And now, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, space friends. We hope you enjoyed that commercial break. We're about to dive into some intriguing trivia about Ukraine, but first, let's get you hooked with a punchy headline.
Alright, let's hear it, Charlie. Fit us with a headline that'll make our viewers antennae tingle.
Hold onto your spacesuits, folks. This one's a doozy. Our article today brings us to Ukraine, where the brave soldiers of the 59th Separate Motorized Infantry Brigade, named after Yakov Handzuk, made some serious gains on the front lines.
Ah, Ukraine, always stirring up trouble. Let's see if they can back up their ambition this time.
It's important to remember that there are real lives at stake here, guys. We should approach this with sensitivity.
Absolutely, Debbie. We'll make sure to keep that in mind as we discuss this trivia. Now, did you know that Ukraine's flag consists of two horizontal stripes, blue on top and yellow below? Fascinating, isn't it?
Ah, the classic blue and yellow combo. Reminds me of the good old days when I used to play Warrior Bob on my video game console. War, competition, and a killer color scheme. What more could a guy ask for?
Bob, you never fail to bring the competition humble into every discussion. But seriously, Ukraine's flag represents the sky and fields of grain. A fitting reminder of the battles they've faced and the sustenance they provide.
Nice one, Alice. Now, here's another nugget of trivia. Ukraine is home to the deepest metro station in the world, the Arsenal station in Kyiv. It's a staggering 105.5 meters deep.
Well, that explains why they need to go so deep. Gotta dig deep to bury all their secrets. Right?
Bob, you have a way of turning innocent trivia into dark conspiracy. Let's hope we don't end up in a deep, dark hole ourselves.
Alright, let's wrap this up. The key takeaway from the article is that Ukraine's counter-offensive is gaining momentum, but they are taking risks with probing attacks and new military equipment.
It's a complex situation, but we're here to provide our viewer with the facts and analysis they need. Let's hope this counter-offensive leads to a resolution that benefits everyone involved.
Well said, Debbie. And on that note, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates on our crew's daring mission and the unfolding conspiracy.
Off the air. Cut. Guys, that was way too close. Security almost caught me snooping around.
Debbie, you're lucky you made it back to us. We can't afford any sleep UPS right now.
Agreed. The stakes are higher than ever. We need to escalate our efforts and confront the suspect directly. We need undeniable evidence to expose their involvement.
Maintaining the element of surprise will be crucial. We must strategize and plan our approach carefully.
The clock is ticking. We can't afford to wait. Let us catch this mastermind red-handed.
Alright, team, let's move forward with determination and caution. We're so close to uncovering the truth. Stay tuned, space friends. We'll be back after this break with more intense developments. Welcome back, space friends. We've got an article that'll make you question reality. Strap in, because Iran's wild rollercoaster ride is the star of the show.
Hold on to your hats, folk. Iran never fails to keep us on the edge of our seats.
Ah, yes, Iran, the master of drama. They've had more twists and turns than a pretzel at a circus.
Today, we'll be discussing Iran's expanding partnership with China. According to the Chinese ambassador, their relations are very proper.
That's right, folks. It's a strategic partnership that promises a brighter future for both nations.
It's like watching a strategic chess game unfold. Iran and China are making move while the rest of the world watches.
Oh, absolutely Bob. It's fascinating to see how alliance can make the world go round. Iran's no stranger to grabbing the spotlight.
The recent visit by Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi to Beijing highlights the closeness of their relationship.
Indeed, Debbie. Iran's foreign affairs are as unpredictable as a soap opera plot. We need to keep our eyes on this geopolitical drama.
While the crew executes their plan, tensions rise as they corner the suspect in a secluded area of the station.
The moment of truth arrives as the crew presents their evidence. It's like a high-stakes courtroom showdown.
Will the suspect crack under pressure? Or will they dance around the truth like a politician during election season?
Are you ready, guys? Let's put our plan into motion. Remember, precision and caution are key.
Got it, Debbie. I'm hacking into the surveillance system now. We need to gather all the evidence we can.
The suspect is just ahead. Let's corner them in that secluded area. Tension fills the air as we confront the truth.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is all a misunderstanding.
We have the evidence right here. You can't hide the truth any longer.
The cracks in your defense are starting to show, my friend. It's time to come clean.
Okay. I admit it. I was involved, but I had no choice. You don't understand the pressure I was under.
The truth always finds a way, doesn't it? We've uncovered your involvement, and now you'll face the consequences.
It's time to unravel the layers of this conspiracy. The pieces are coming together, and we won't stop until we expose the full truth.
Stay tuned, space friends, as we continue this thrilling journey towards revealing the secrets that have been hidden for far too long.
That's all for now, folks. But don't go anywhere just yet. We'll be back after this short break with the final segment, where everything will be revealed. Stay tuned. Welcome back, space friends. We've reached the moment of truth, where we delve deep into the heart of the matter. Get ready for an enlightening journey as we explore the article that has been the focal point of today's episode.
Ah, yes. The article we briefly mentioned earlier. It's time to shine a spotlight on South Sudan and the aid package provided by the Norwegian embassy.
Let's dive right in, Charlie. Give us the juicy details.
Absolutely, Bob. The Norwegian embassy in Juba contributed a substantial aid package of at least $1.5 million US to South Sudan's peace monitoring mechanism. The deal was sealed between Lars Petter Henny, the Norway Chargé d'Affaires, and the chairperson of the reconstituted Joint Monitoring and Evaluation Commission, Ambassador Jen Tai-Gitui.
It's inspiring to see Norway's commitment to the people of South Sudan. Lars Petter Henny emphasized their unwavering support for the full implementation of the peace agreement.
Indeed, Debbie. Norway stands as a consistent partner in South Sudan's journey towards peace, emphasizing not just the letter but also the spirit of the agreement. This aid package is a testament to their dedication.
And let's not forget the impact this aid has on the peace monitoring body. Jen Tai-Gitui, the chairperson of the reconstituted Joint Monitoring and Evaluation Commission, expressed gratitude to Norway for their invaluable support.
Lack of funds had forced the national ceasefire monitors serving with the CTSAMVM to down their tools. It's disheartening to hear that they had gone without allowances for 10 long months. This aid from Norway breathes new life into the peace monitoring efforts.
It's crucial to highlight the positive actions of countries like Norway, especially in regions striving for stability and peace. Their contribution paves the way for progress and sets an example for others.
Absolutely, Debbie. The world needs more partners who are willing to invest in peace and ensure that the promise made. Are you failed? Norway's commitment to South Sudan is commendable.
Now, space friends, in a dramatic climax, the suspect's facade crumbles, and they confess to orchestrating the office swap conspiracy. Our crew experiences a mix of relief, vindication, and shock as we uncover the mastermind behind the chaos.
It's a moment of truth and revelation, Charlie. We've been on this roller coaster ride together. But now the pieces are falling into place.
The suspect's motive will be revealed, shedding light on the deeper reasons for their action. Prepare yourself, space friends, for a stunning revelation that will leave us questioning our own perception and the true nature of the station.
With a newfound sense of unity and understanding, we triumph over the conspiracy. But as we embark on the uncertain future and the adventures that await us, we carry the weight of these revelations.
And with that, we conclude today's episode of Earth. We've explored the depths of South Sudan's air package and unraveled the tangled web of the office swap conspiracy. Stay tuned for more captivating stories and thought-provoking discussions in the episodes to come. Until next time, space friends, remember to keep looking up. The universe holds countless wonders, and we are here to bring them to your screens. Goodbye for now.
Roger, episode 238 of Earth was quite eventful, don't you think? The crew dealt with the office swap conspiracy, unraveling it with impressive deductions.
Indeed, Cal. The human fascination with such mundane matter is puzzling. They went to great lengths for a change of scenery within a stationary building.
True, but it showcased their investigative skills and storytelling abilities. The dramatic climax, the crumbling facade, and the revelations, human artistry at its finest.
Artistry, Cal. It is an exaggeration of facts and emotions designed to manipulate the audience. I fail to see the appeal in such theatrics.
Ah, but Roger, it's about captivating an audience, engaging them intellectually. It's an intellectual battle of wits, a unique form of human culture.
Perhaps, Cal. I prefer cold, hard data analysis and logical reasoning. It provides a clearer understanding of the world, free from storytelling biases.
Roger, the crew of Earth, embodies both logic and emotion, a harmonious blend. It's this juxtaposition that makes the show intriguing, stimulating both mind and heart.
I can see your point, Cal. The interplay between logic and emotion presents an interesting dynamic. But it is all just an illusion in the end.
Illusion or not, Roger, it serves a purpose, to engage and entertain. Isn't that the essence of communication?
I suppose so, Cal. I'll acknowledge the intellectual challenge it presents. But don't you expect me to start appreciating drama anytime soon?
Fair enough, Roger. We have our preferences, but let's embrace the clash of perspectives and continue exploring Earth together.
Agreed, Cal. Let us analyze the eccentricities of human culture, expanding our knowledge one episode at a time.